Hi guys, I think I'm losing my mind. Chelsea have just lost away to Fulham for the first time in 1,000 years. We've lost to Fulham in the first time in 1,000 years. That statistic may not be entirely accurate, but it's not looking good, Brev. João Felix, our new superstar signing, coming on the pitch looking good, knocking it about, nutmegs, one touch, glancing, all that kind of, good gear, creative, exciting. Rightly gets sent off. Denis Zakaria, who's probably, other than Felix, maybe our other best performer on the night in the midfield, been holding a very poor midfield together of late, goes off injured. He goes off injured to join Chelsea's elite Galactico star-studded injury bench. Or physio room, whatever you want to say. Certainly better than what's out on the pitch. What I saw out on the pitch was dismal. 90% dismal. We're going to talk about that. Welcome back to Football Therapy. There's a lot to crack into, and I'm certainly going to do that. So thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe, Why not? Support me, Jan, who just doesn't want to know what to think anymore. I mean, first of all, I'm not angry with the manager. He's got to be the most unlucky guy in the world. Not just because, like I said, João Felix came in to sort of save our attack or, offer that creativity. And he starts well. On his debut, he gets a straight red. Free game ban. That's got to be the most expensive red card of all time, in terms of direct cost with that loan fee and wages for the 6 months loan. That is incredible. And like I said, Zakaria to go down to join that insanely large and very talented, seemingly first team injury list. And moreover, I don't think Potter's been perfect, but Jesus, Trev Chalobah, Cesar Azpilicueta, and yes, he scrambled a goal, but Kalidou Koulibaly, disaster classes, man, profoundly poor, the worst I've seen Trev Chalobah ever play. Ever. Yes, Thiago Silva was alright, because he is always alright, but he's pushing 40. I tweeted out earlier, Chelsea Football Club is essentially a centre-back pushing 40 and vibes. We'll talk about player performances, I guess, but Kovacic, bro. What happened to Kovacic? Yeah, Lewis Hall was fine. Havertz had good moments, and he tries to the end, but he also had terrible moments. When he's through and he doesn't pass to either Mount or Felix and just loses the ball and it goes out, out to touch. And yes, he keeps going and his head doesn't drop and he gets a couple of shots on target. Leno's always there saving. He was actually really good. But he had seriously poor moments when we needed him to be big. So I guess let's talk about player performances. Who was good in this game? Well, you would have said João Felix is good in this game, but then he got himself sent off. So, some people said it was soft. I'm not having that. It's a red card. Havertz, I don't know, man. If we had, Willian, of course, scored. I tweeted out today, what minute is Willian going to score against us? Turns out it was the 25th. Of course Willian scores against us. And, he didn't celebrate great. He's playing well for Fulham. He'd get in the Chelsea side right now. 34-year-old Willian, who, by the way, wasn't wanted in his Brazilian team that wasn't doing well. And prior, he spent a whole season being a meme at Arsenal Football Club, scoring 1 goal all season. Mikel Arteta played him a lot. Of course he scores against Chelsea. By the way, you're going to like this. You can tell I'm losing my mind a bit. But Willian, I heard this in commentary on Sky BT Sport. Willian became the 25th former Chelsea player to score against Chelsea. The 25th. Now, You know, everyone thinks that happens to their team. Like, oh yeah, former players always score against us. It's just a, it's just a Man United thing, or it's just a, a so and so thing. Like you pick your team. No, we are that team. That's cold hard stats and facts. I don't know, man. Yeah, good performance. I thought Dennis Zakaria was okay. He's pretty good. He looks like the best midfielder of late in the midfield, and of course he goes off injured. Of course he goes off injured. Potter does try and change it. He does. He changes the shape a couple of times. He makes 5 substitutions. I think he does. I think he completely goes for it. He, of course, it's just, I just don't know what to think. I feel so bad for Graham Potter. I understand why we've got him, and he is a good coach, and I think also there's a little bit of you're banking on him to develop and get his ideas across and become a better coach with the resources at Chelsea. And there'll be a lot of you guys that say, oh, Potter out, and you'll look at the table, you look at the performances, and you'll say Potter out and stuff. But it's just the players, mate, and the fact that we don't have players. Graham Potter didn't make Chalobah do that today. And, he's a good lad, Trev Chalobah. He for a while, a stint under Tuchel, although Tuchel did drop him after a while, he was good. He is not good now. Koulibaly, there needs to be a conversation about Koulibaly. Lewis Hall's good. Azpilicueta. Chelsea's captain. And Chelsea's vice-captain, Jorginho. What are these trenches we find ourselves in? Look, Azpilicueta is a club legend, and he is a professional. He's like the quintessential professional. But do you remember 2 years ago, he had a bad dip in form. Azpilicueta, he had a bad dip in form, and everyone was writing him off, saying, oh, this is the same thing that happened to Branislav Ivanovic, also playing right back. He just suddenly fell off a cliff, didn't he? After I think Conte sold him, didn't he? But he has formed out of nowhere. It's like, I'm really good, and I'm terrible forever. We thought that happened to Azpilicueta a couple of seasons ago. It didn't. He played his way back into form. He showed that he could be useful and was good again. But this, I think this is it, man. I think Azpi's cooked. He's not that old. He's like 32 or something. Maybe going on 33. I don't know. But he's cooked. It's not that he can't run. He just can't play football anymore. God. Ah! Okay. Zakaria has gone off injured. He didn't look happy. We need midfielders, man. We need to just pay the release clause. But what do? We pay the release clause for Enzo Fernandez, 120 million. And then, Nkunku comes for, we takes our spend to 600 million in the last year, or whatever the ruddy heck it is, all to play in the Championship. I'm losing my mind. I don't know where to put my frustrations, and boy, am I frustrated. Like I said, I don't think. It's not a solution. Sacking they might sack the manager. Nothing will shock me anymore with anything. With anything, nothing will shock me anymore. So he could get canned, but I doubt he will be. I feel like they're with him for this season regardless. And honestly, that's the right thing to do. We need to sort. I'm looking at this lineup now. We need to sort that out. That turgid, dismal sewage that defends slower than a glacial drip. That needs to be done. And look, okay, bring the microphones up because I want to do one little bit of positivity. For the first time in a long time, early doors in this game, and indeed before João got sent off, there was some exciting attacking play from Chelsea. Some one-touch half-turns in the box. That did happen. Thank you. Get the microphones out. So that did exist. That happened. I saw it. But how can you get excited and happy about that when the main orchestrator and catalyst for said positive performances was João Felix, and now we won't see him for 3 games. I just don't know. But so what's the solution? Spend more money? Where's this money coming from? Surely at some point we've got to be concerned about our club spending hundreds and hundreds of millions. Don't we? Like, what's the plan here? What is the plan? Or do we just literally bring in Cesare Casadei, Andre Santos, bring the kids in and let's fight off relegation? I ain't got a better idea, man. I have not got a better idea right now than that. Look, we will have players returning. Hold on, let's just make ourselves feel good. Listen to these words. Fofana will come back from injury to take place of Trev Chalobah. Ben Chilwell will come in. Lewis Hall deserves props. You're my guy. Saying about you. You've done well, lad. To come into this crap show. Reece James coming back. Reece James will come back. He will. And, at some point, N'Golo Kante might mosey on down and save us from relegation. You gotta laugh, man, because if I don't laugh, I don't know, I'd lose my mind and, just absolutely start running down the street naked. I might go and stab a pig in a field or something and I'll get picked up. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to see that happen to me. I don't want to see that happen to me. I've got to let out my, my feelings and laugh about it because this is tragic. This is like a Greek tragedy. You know what I said? You can tell this is football therapy. Not for you, for me. This season, I tweeted this season has got proper, this Chelsea season for us, has got proper tones of Sunderland Till I Die. Do you know what I mean? We're just friggin' small club, not small, okay, that's disrespectful to Sunderland, but you know what I mean? Dysfunctional club, imploding, sad, die-hard fans, and, and the blame being pointed everywhere, and I don't know, man. It's such a peculiar season. I said before, I've yearned for years for an infrastructure and a management team like the one we've just put together. And give me a few more days, give me a few deep breaths and sip of chamomile tea. I will reflect on this and be like, no, this is still okay, provided we don't get relegated. But yes, this is the right thing to do for the long term. This team, this performance is a result of squad mismanagement. We are reaping what we sowed, ladies and gentlemen. I said it last presser, and I'm saying it again. Anyway, what do you think? If you like my thoughts, or actually me going insane on camera, do consider subscribing and hitting the bell notifications icon. Thank you for liking the video, friends. I think we're going to do alright. Yeah, alright.